All right, welcome to Reality Hour, real people, real life situation. We diving into today's letter, and Kenya has it. Let's dive into it.
All right, dear Sam, I recently went on a dinner date with a young lady I had just met. She's juggling school, part time work, and parenting a young child, which I admire. But here's where my dilemma kicks in. Her meal cost double what mine did, and she ordered drinks like she was celebrating a major life milestone. When the bill arrived, it was significantly more than I expected or felt reasonable for me to cover alone. I asked if she could contribute at least to her drinks, thinking it was fair, but she got upset and made quite a scene. Now I'm left wondering, was I out of line for asking her to pitch in?
What you think, man?
What?
You should have had that conversation before you took it out. How did you take it? Did you take it out trying to, as old folk would call it, courting? Was you trying to date her?
Well, of course he was trying to date her,
All
but
right.
he wasn't expecting her to order every drink on the menu.
No, but you got to be prepared for that. And then you just don't deal with her no more. She out your budget. So, what you think she should have came up with the money, Kenya?
I think it's rather inconsiderate. I mean, considering all the things that she has going on in her life, you would think that you would consider somebody else's pockets.
Absolutely, but a lot of women don't do that. You ask a woman to go out, and if you asking her to go out on a date, she's expecting you to cover it.
Yeah,
Did
but
he ask her out?
he said they went on a date, but I don't think he was expecting her to order so much in liquor. You know that liquor will run up your bill.
That's right.
Yeah.
What you should have said was, hold up. While she was drinking, say, hey, Mom, I'm really having a good time with you. However, I want to make sure that we good to get back. So now you ain't really saying about the bread. So you maybe need to hold up on some of them drinks. I feel a little uncomfortable.
Listen, my pocket's feeling a little uncomfortable.
I didn't come prepared for that. I mean, be real. And if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. But when you take a woman out, you ask her to go out, be prepared. Now, you make your decision after that. Now, you can stop her at any moment if she really spinning like totally crazy. Like, she like, oh, give me that bottle of hen. Now, you're like, oh, we ain't doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, that's what pride sometimes can. You're embarrassed. You should have, no, you wouldn't because you asked her then, but you should have said something before she got to drink number 3 or number 4.
He said like she was celebrating a milestone, a major life milestone. So maybe that just wasn't the girl for you.
That's
you,
not for
you
him.
had to pay to find that out.
That's right.
And
That's
so now
that's
you
part of
know.
the game, man. What do you mean? It's just part of the game. You can't go. You went out. You had your budget, so you should have went to a place that could afford that you can afford that budget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He probably was cool on a meal and everything, but
Well,
when that liquor started flowing,
And so not just on that money side, you see how she flow on that liquor.
right?
You know what I'm saying? So, no, bro, that's. I mean, I don't know what to say other than you take a woman out, you ask a woman out, be prepared. Now, if she get to spinning crazy,
Right.
hold up, ma.
Yeah.
I came to really enjoy you, not to enjoy more of this.
I mean, you paid for some information.
And be
basically.
real. You found out what you need to know. So I would just chop it up. It's called I was gonna say it's a price of paying of doing business, but it's a price of paying of dating to see who you like to be with.
She was doing a Tiffany Haddish. You know how Tiffany said when
Yeah.
she was single and she was trying to make it, she would go out to dinner with people that she didn't even want to be bothered with, really,
How
just
many
to get a meal.
how many of you all would have said something or would have looked at him like he was crazy for asking her to chip in? Like, ladies, would you be offended if a guy who took you out on a date and you weren't really spending now? You was not just, you didn't just have, you know what I'm saying, a $50 plate or a $100 plate. You had 4 drinks with it.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I would have been offended if somebody asked me to pay for a part of a first date.
Yeah,
However, I
uh-huh.
wouldn't have went for the jugular like that on somebody. And you don't know this man's pockets.
But he don't know who he taking out. Now he know.
Please.
Not
He
he
did
know.
right. He did right. Hey, you got some money
Yeah.
on them drinks?
Yeah, like just knowing you ass is over with though. Just know that's the end of it.
It's over.
I got a chance to know you, and we need to go half on this because you a trip.
She must have been real cute. She used to doing
Yeah.
some foolishness like
She
that.
got you. She knew what she was doing. She saw it all over your face. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this one.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go to the comment section.
All right. Now, Mia said, I'm no fan of these type of women that go to the extreme when someone else is footing the bill. If I can't afford something myself, why expect someone else to?
I'm with that.
And if that is something she can't afford and would order if she was paying, then it shouldn't be an issue paying or helping pay. It's the first date. You can go your separate ways for real.
Right.
Because it will only get worse. Good luck.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think you were wrong, but I just think that that's it.
Oh, that's over. Yeah.
That's it. Whether she didn't snap or not. There are some women that'll be, oh, I was gonna do that anyway. And and probably would have paid with no problem. But the fact that she caught her attitude back at you, knowing damn well you didn't have 3 Long Islands
Yeah.
or 3 doubles of Don Repo, you know what I'm saying? Plus we didn't have this steak.
Man.
You out of order. However, you asked her to go out. It's the first date. So she's looking to see how you going to be. Cause let's go back at the beginning of this letter.
Yes.
Because what did he say about her at the beginning?
So they had just met. She's juggling school, part-time work, and parenting a young child. And he said he admired that, but he said,
Stop right there.
Yes.
The fact that he said that, he acknowledged that, then what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You said she's juggling. You said all this stuff. You didn't say she was a doctor. She was a lawyer. She's in school. She's juggling. She's taking care of a kid. So you asked her to go out. So how come you didn't have your stuff in order? No, I'm just being real.
But okay.
You got to be selective. This will help me if I know where he took her.
But see, she's juggling all of that, so her pockets are probably a little scarce as well.
Yeah.
But when I was a bartender back in the day, these young ladies, they used to come and try to take advantage of like the regulars and stuff. They would come up there and nice gentlemen would be like, buy her, get her what she drinking, and they jump out the tree with something totally different than they was drinking. But
That's
the
what-
old players know to say buy her what she was already drinking.
And this is the other one you add, so I'm gonna help you young heads out. You see the bartender, you the bartender again. I'm talking to this girl.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, mom? What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you drinking? Hey, I have her first drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
First
okay.
drink.
I
Yeah.
got your first drink, mom.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how
Oh,
you do that.
The first drink.
You ain't never got it. So don't you ever get caught up on you don't know how to move around these women. You gotta handle that yourself.
Until they order that bottle.
No,
That
you said
happens
I
to
got her.
somebody, too.
Yeah, okay. And I be like, nigga, I didn't say the bottle. I said her first drink. She ain't drink. That's drinks.
Right.
I didn't say drinks. I said drink.
Yes. So, ladies, come on.
1.5.
Yeah, we got to
ounces.
do better. We got to do better. Now, Chandra said first date should be breakfast or coffee. I completely agree with you. It's not about being cheap. But rather being considerate and respectful of the other person's financial situation. If she's used to splurging on herself, that's her prerogative, but it's not fair to expect someone else to foot the bill on a first date.
Yeah. I like her. See, that's the woman you need to ask out on a date, then.
Yeah. Because it could be a cold world out here.
So what do y'all think about this? Leave your comments right here. Women splurging on the first date.
Or making a man splurge.
Yeah, making a man splurge, spinning up. Like what's respectable? First date, y'all going out. You having 4-5 drinks.
That's a lot. Maybe she just don't understand. Maybe she was a
Oh,
daddy's
she,
girl.
No, she understand all right.
So, I don't
She
know.
like, this dude done took me out. He about to get it.
Okay.